Welcome, Frububs, to another edition of Freely the Banana Girl here. So once again, I actually found out who Marilyn Manson is. The first red flag is the fact that he has a MM name, which is a 33. This symbol right here is only associated with the high degrees of masonry. He's got a ring. He's even got the Mason symbol tattooed on his ring finger, but you can't see it here. So Marilyn Manson is a gray alien, but he's an Archon gray alien, which means that he is the highest class of gray alien, as opposed to the working class gray alien that's, for example, you know how JSX made that video where he said that there's Anunnaki trapped under a Air Force base in New Jersey? Well, that would be working class gray aliens. Marilyn Manson is not a working class gray alien. He's an Archon, which means that he had a lot to do with making you. And so once again, just take a mental note of this symbol right here and his rings, and look at this. See, the same symbol, and this man here is Dr. Charles Bryant. He is the gatekeeper to the troglodytes, the highest degree of Freemasonry. That's a nice chain. He's a puissant, which means a person of very powerful influence. This is a super demon right here. It's the same symbol, folks. The same exact symbol. By the way, if you're brand new, Marilyn Manson is a 33, MM33. Marilyn Monroe was one of the first Eves. There's 5 sets of Adam and Eves, and Marilyn Monroe was one of the first Eves, but she was human though. She's a member of Source family. And also, I like to point out that every time you see Marilyn Manson do anything, whether it be a Bill O'Reilly interview or a Howard Stern interview, he always talks like he's on NyQuil, that means that he has the crown chakra activated. Same thing with Alan Watt. Alan Watt has the crown chakra activated. Max Spears has the crown chakra activated. Vitali ZD TV has the crown chakra activated. And see, that's a red flag, because he's white. White people do not have crown chakras in general. It's usually only black people it's only black people that are naturally born with crown chakra. I'm not saying all of them. I'm only saying, like, if you find a black person with a crown chakra, it's also kind of rare, but it occurs way more in black people naturally than it does white people. Usually you have to be, 9 times out of 10, you have to be involved in spirituality to have an activated crown chakra. So when you look at Marilyn Manson, you can tell he's not involved in any type of spirituality, because he's fucking demon, gray alien, Archon. Look at this guy. I really wonder where this photo was taken. Makes you wonder. I remember when Fred tried to bullshit me, telling me that Marilyn Manson was sincere about his atheism. Fred was always trying to bullshit me. If you don't know who Fred is, that's Fred right there That's Ptah, the ancient Egyptian god of truth and wisdom, blah 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 blah. He's the only handsome Freemason I've ever seen in my life. The rest are just ugly. I mean, seriously, have you ever seen a more handsome Freemason than Fred? The rest of them are ugly. Oh, and the other thing is that I know for a fact that Marilyn Manson has had a lot of sex with Dita Von Teese, and, well, that's what he says in his book anyway. And remember, Dita Von Teese is the real Queen of England. She is an InDesign, which means that they designed her body. They designed Dita Von Teese's body before it was even born or grown. Remember, Taylor Swift doesn't have a belly button, which is why she's always covering it up. I should write a book. I don't have time to write a book. By the time it gets published, we'll all be dead. Or the second sun will come up and burn up all the white people. That's the agenda, folks. White genocide, because all the other races don't have any expectation of retirement. Mexicans don't know words like 401k, Roth IRA, and trust fund. They don't know what any of that stuff means. They don't have any expectations. And the elite only want the Mexicans to live till 40. And that came from a 33-degree Freemason. White genocide, folks. All that interracial marriage is finally going to pay off. Not for white people, but for the other races. And all the scientists and all the doctors and all the mathematicians and professional people, engineers, they've already been born. All the people who will ever become any of those aforementioned jobs, they've already been born. They've already been educated. There is no more need for these colleges, except just to keep churning out people who are buried in debt. By the way, does anyone actually like Marilyn Manson's music? I mean, it seems like it's just like he only has like 4 songs that are like good, like Mob Scene, The Beautiful People, Disposable Teens, probably one other one. He puts out a lot of crap. And this whole gothic thing is, you can tell that this is one of those things that he's dressing this way because he's legitimately evil, and not like, it's with him, it's not an image. It's like, now that I know that he's an Archon, with him it's not like for attention, it's like because he's really fucked up. You know what I mean? It's like, now Hot Topic made a gimmick out of all this crap, but and shouldn't all that makeup cause cancer? I know the Insane Clown Posse got cancer, but I wonder if he'll get cancer. I wonder how time consuming this is to put on all this makeup. And crazy contacts and all these mason rings, and I wonder what the hell this guy does with his time. And he was born in Miami. I forgot where I was going with that. Too much sucralose. All that sucralose in the Monster Energy drink will make your brain go to shit. Remember, people, white people should not have crown chakras. That's something that's been genetically removed from white people. Well, with Neanderthals, you gotta understand, a Neanderthal is basically a rhesus monkey, a chimpanzee. The chimpanzee doesn't have a crown chakra, so you can always get one if you're a human Neanderthal, but the average Neanderthal human does not have a crown chakra, and you have to do things to make up for that, like take kava kava root and skullcap, which is, kava is a root, skullcap is an herb, and or you could just take melatonin. And the best time to take melatonin is when you wake up. If you've had a good night's sleep, the best time to take melatonin is right when you wake up, because it'll make you mellow and happy. And you will be so happy that you'll give me a thumbs up. Oh god. What a bunch of degenerates. They look like the Temptations. I like this guy. I don't know why. I'm just waiting until the day they elect Bill Cosby to wear one of these suits. Oh, there he is. Look. Oh, it already happened. Oh, God. Oh, by the way, I was going to save this for a separate video, but I might as well say it here, is that it turns out that now this is just our little secret, it turns out that I'm actually not a dragon. I'm actually, well, let me preface this by saying this came from someone else. I was told that, but it resonates with me because we'll get to that in a second. I was told that I was a Naga predominantly with an insectoid mother line. The reason why this resonates with me is because I feel as if I am so genetically identical with Gilbert, who is, for those that don't know, the 13th son. So I feel like if I was black and a sociopath, I would act exactly like Gilbert. And I see so much of myself in Gilbert, and I feel like Gilbert is a part of me. And I feel like if I was like a demon, I would be exactly like Gilbert and act exactly like him. And I feel like we have like the same, I feel like the parts of the genetics that make up personality, I think we both have like a lot of identical copies of personality genetics. And it's funny because Gilbert and I are like twins. It's like we're both Capricorns. Both of our rooms are painted the exact same color green. I feel like he's a part of me. And this pose right here in this picture means that they came through the gates, according to Sarah Adams. And two of these guys are Mr. Spock, which means that they're basically like the woman from the movie Lucy. And that has been today's teaching.